See, I, like you, have very large goals and lofty aspirations, but for some reason, it can be really hard to maintain the motivation to achieve them as you continue to make progress. Well, I've had some great insights lately that have helped me stay on the right track and pick myself back up after slipping that I would love to share with you. When we start chasing a goal to build a business or break a bad habit or build a certain type of physique or whatever it is, there's usually a very strong reason for why we wanted to chase it and achieve it. And this is great because it motivates us to start learning and start building new skills and start actually making progress in the right direction. And you actually start noticing that you're on the right track, you're doing the right thing. But I swear it feels like no matter how hard you try and however much progress you make, you still end up relapsing back into the same old life, the same old habits that left you feeling depressed and inadequate in the first place. And most of the time, what happens is your life starts to get better. You start to feel good. You start to love yourself and love the life that you're living. And somehow you just forget what it was like to be at rock bottom. Maybe the reason that you wanted to build the business is because you hate watching your parents struggle to make ends meet, or you want to be able to retire them so that they can live the life that they deserve to live. Maybe you want to stop eating junk food and you want to start hitting the gym really hard and get a six-pack and have huge defined pecs and big biceps, and you just want to improve your life because all you do is sit around and eat junk food all day, and you're realizing the harm that you're doing to your health and how you're literally taking years off of your life. Or maybe you want to stop watching porn because it's literally ruining your relationship. You don't feel like you're attracted to your partner anymore, and you think it's killing your intimacy. And those are all great reasons, great motivators to push you into that lifestyle that you so desperately want to live. And you actually do it. You start taking those right steps. You start moving, you start changing your habits, you start living that life, but then you get cocky. You start to believe that you've truly done it. And so you also start to believe that taking a small peek at those explicit websites that you look at online isn't going to hurt you that much. Or an extra cheat day off of your diet isn't going to throw you off because, oh, I already meal prepped, I already did this, I already know what I have the ingredients. And yes, usually one slip up isn't going to take you all the way back to the bottom. But the problem is, once you slip up that one time and you do it again, you're reinforcing that bad behavior. So then you end up doing it again and again and again until you find yourself deep within a binge. And that's where you end up right back at square one. You've forgotten your why, and now you have to rediscover it all over again. And this is why I believe it is very important to reflect on your past failures and successes. Write it down, repeat it to yourself, journal about the things that you're grateful for, and just remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing, because that's the reason that you started in the first place, and that's what's going to keep you going. Have you ever found yourself lost knowing that there's a place you need to be or a thing that you need to be doing, but you don't know what the first step to take is or where to even start? And we all know what our first instinct is when we get lost is to panic, start having anxiety attacks, start stressing out. And that's because you haven't prepared for this moment. This is where the quote, idle hands are the devil's workshop comes from. When you aren't prepared for a moment and you have nothing to do, nothing to put your mind towards, nothing to think about, nothing to build or to rest or have an intent for whatever the moment is that you're living in, you're going to end up fulfilling anti-goals. Your mind is looking for fulfillment and purpose. And if you don't give your mind fulfillment and purpose, it will start to wander and it will find it in the cheapest, darkest places that it can find it. Preparing ahead of time does two things really well. First, it reduces the stress of uncertainty. And second, it removes some of the friction that it takes to actually get moving. So if I have specific days for writing, filming, and editing, and I script my videos days ahead of time, which I do, it makes it so much easier for me to just sit down and know exactly what I want to talk about. Or if you plan your workouts at the gym and prep your food on Sundays, then the rest of the week going to the gym and eating healthy becomes so much easier because it's already laid out for you. That's so much better than going to the gym with no plan, a million machines, high schoolers curling at the squat rack, and influencers taking pictures of their ass in the mirror. So you say, oh, it's chest day, so I'm gonna do some bench, and then maybe I'll do some flies, and then, wait, but I wanted to do some incline. I forgot to do incline. Should I also hit shoulders today straight to, or I don't. And then after you leave the gym, you got to figure out, oh, what am I gonna eat? I need something that's healthy and high in protein, but not too much fat and not too many carbs. So then I got to go to the store and run all over the place from this aisle to this aisle, and then I actually have to cook it, and then I have to clean up. But that's gonna take me too long, so I'm just gonna go to McDonald's. It's too much, bro. That's enough stress to make, I don't know, Ronnie Coleman or Arnold Schwarzenegger not want to go to the gym. And it should just be like boom, 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 boom. I know I'm going to go hit a bench, and I'm going to hit incline, and I'm going to hit flies, and then I'm going to hit triceps, and then I'm done. I'm going to go home and reheat the food that I already prepped on Sunday. I'm good, bro. I'm going to get jacked. You see how much more confidence you can have when you actually have a plan for how you're going to hit your goals, and you can see yourself actually taking the steps to do it. It's so much easier. There is nothing more frustrating than being ready to make an amazing change in your life. So then you gear up, learn all you need to learn about what you have to do to get there. And then you're so excited. So you want to go and talk to all of the people in your inner circle and bring them all with you. And then you go and you say, hey, come on this journey with me. And they say, I'm good. And not only are they like, I'm good, but they're also trying to make you feel dumb for wanting to better yourself for whatever reason. I've gotten all sorts of stuff like, oh man, why do you want to go to the gym all the time? Oh, you're doing too much trying to eat healthy. Maybe you should just keep your regular job and work there for 40 years and just retire and live life at 70. And when you have all of the people closest to you telling you all these things, kind of disparaging your goals, it'll have you rethinking the things that you actually care about. And that's the best way to live a life that other people want for you and not the one that you can actually believe in. I'm telling you, this is not what you want nor what you need in your life. You want people who support your crazy goals and your crazy dreams and actually push you to do the impossible. I mean, look at what we're doing with rockets now. We send them up into space, they fly back down, and we catch them in midair with chopsticks. If you told anybody from even 5 years ago that that was going to be a possibility when we were still dropping them in the ocean, they would think, you're crazy. We all give and take in energy from the people that we spend the most time with, and it mixes. And you want the circulation of energy of the people around you to be positive energy, people who care about you, who believe in you, who think you can actually achieve these crazy goals that you have in your head. And you just can't do that with negative people around you all the time. Now, if you want some advice on how to build a good life for yourself, click this video right here on the screen. Like the video if you got any value out of it. Subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing over here. And I'll be back next week. But for now, I'm out.